have been a victim of an internet black hole and you don't even know it. Yes, an internet black hole, just like the ones in real life. You know, the things that are in space that suck in matter and nobody knows where it goes? Yeah, that happens on the internet as well. It's a phenomenon that nobody really knows where these things came from. They are called internet black holes, and currently there's over 880,000 of these things. Nobody knows where they came from, nobody knows what they are, and nobody knows how to fix it. Have you ever sent an email and they never received it? Or if you ever got an email that's like 3 months old and it just pops up and you're like, hey, where'd that come from? It might have been in an internet black hole. Most people don't notice because these emails can come from 3 months, 6 months, a year ago. But here's the thing, nobody knows where they go. The University of Washington actually did a study and found out there are 880,000 of these things. Sometimes they just take the data, they just suck the data, never to be seen from again. Sometimes it spits it out like months or years later. All they can conclude is that it does exist. They do not know how to stop it and they don't know where they come from. So what we do know is the internet is very intentional. It runs on code. These things should just not appear out of thin air, but they do. So how many people have lost opportunities, lost their jobs, lost friends because they were a victim of an internet black hole? It sounds ridiculous because it is ridiculous, but it's true. In this timeline, we have internet black holes. Hey, check this out. First of all, that's an amazing catch, staged or not. Did you think that was real? Yes or no? Happened 14 years ago. Evan Longoria from the Tampa Bay Rays caught this world famous catch that saved the reporter. A lot of people thought this was real, but it wasn't. This was actually staged by Gillette. This was a Gillette commercial. Got a lot of us. But the question is, what color was the reporter that he saved? Was she black or was she white? Brown hair or did she have blonde hair? A lot of people remember the reporter being a blonde woman. Only to a lot of people, ChatGPT. Yes, ChatGPT remembers and states that it was a blonde reporter. Not only a blonde reporter, but a specific one. Emily Austin, pictured here. Now, ChatGPT do be messing things up and be getting things wrong. But how do we all remember the same thing, including a computer? There was a time when you actually had to correct ChatGPT because it kept referring to Emily Austin as being the reporter that got saved. Clearly it wasn't. It wasn't a reporter at all. It was actually a hired actor. This may be the first Mandela effect that got ChatGPT too. What do you remember? Do you remember a black lady or do you remember a blonde lady? Do you remember blonde hair or do you remember brown hair? Which one do you remember? And did you think that was real? Let me know. Its hearts are more like a rope rather than a pump. Apparently that's what's happening in this timeline. Check it out.
Manner. The free wall of the right ventricle can be opened, revealing the right ventricular cavity. Then, by cutting the right trigon, he is able to free the aorta and unravel the myocardial band. The ventricular myocardial band, running from the root of the pulmonary artery to the root of the aorta.
Ventricular mitochondrial bands. I'm telling you right now that I learned and was taught that the heart was a pump and not more like a band, but apparently in this timeline it is more like a muscular band. Dissected owl pellets, I've dissected cow's eyeballs, I've dissected frogs. I have never heard of this band. I feel like we should have dissected that at some point in science class. I had no idea until now that there was a band in our heart folded into to make valves and pumps. I stand by I was taught that this was a pump, and it was always a pump, and we know it was a pump. It had 4 chambers. It was a pump. I bet that this was obviously common knowledge that this was a band because we've had heart surgery. They've known about this. My question is, why was this never taught? This whole timeline just changed, and now our hearts are actually bands in the middle of our chest. When did this change? How did this change? I don't know, maybe I missed that class, but I don't think I missed that class my whole life. Let me know if you were ever taught this. Let me know if this is common knowledge. Let me know if you knew about the mitochondrial vascular band. It's a... Hey, who is this man? If you're like me, you remember this guy and you know what he sells. But what is his name? I thought that was Gordon Fisticks, but apparently it is not Gordon anymore, it's Gorton, and it's always been Gordon. You've seen this box probably 1,000 times, and you called it Gordon your whole life, but it is Gorton's. Did that change for you? Is there anything wrong with this picture? Take a quick look at it. Is there anything strange about this 1991 film, Terminator Judgment Day? At first glance, I didn't notice it either. Didn't look like anything changed, but Does Judgment Day have an E in it? Yes. Did Judgment Day used to have an E? A lot of people remember Judgment Day had an E in it. But apparently in the US version, we don't put an E in it. The UK version, they put an E in it. There's so many write-ups about Judgment Day, and you don't really notice it until you notice it, and then you notice it, you can't unnotice it. So even the captions put an E in it. I was editing this video, and then I noticed that the captions on TikTok put an E in Judgment Day. What's that about? Seems like there was an E in there, but apparently in this timeline, there is no E, and there's never been no E in the American version. Hey, real quick, does this look normal to you? Yes, Sonny from Raisin Bran. You remember Raisin Bran. I remember Raisin Bran. Does this look normal? Well, he don't have sunglasses no more. Nope. Sonny doesn't have sunglasses, and he never had sunglasses. Apparently, that is something that we just made up, or we're just misremembering, because he never had sunglasses. Even though he's the son and he has sunglasses, it worked. But apparently, in this timeline, it doesn't work because it never happened. Even though so many people remember him with sunglasses, apparently that never happened. Some people think we get mixed up with the California raisins. I ain't getting mixed up with no damn California raisins. I know Sonny has sunglasses, but apparently, in this timeline, he never did. Do you remember it? Let me know.